Hey VA Nation, Jeff Newton here with National VA Loans. And my co-host today is Navy veteran Josh Buffum.
How you guys doing today? Well, today we're going to talk about VA renovation, and we're going to do it kind of as a Q&A. I'm going to be the customer, and I'm going to ask Jeff some questions based on some input that we've got from other customers around the country on what they were experiencing through when they did their VA renovation loan.
You know, we did it a couple different ways. Then we not only interviewed all of our previous customers, or a good handful of our previous customers that had done renovation loans, but we also put a little post out there on Facebook and Twitter and things like that. Of course, you can find our Facebook page at facebook.com/National VA Loans. But, you know, asking questions about, as a customer, what would you want to know going into a renovation? So I like it. I like the idea of doing this. Of course, if you guys have questions, it's 855-956-4040. Feel free to give us a call anytime. Any of our VA specialists can help you. But let's get it. Let's get after the renovation.
Well, I mean, I guess the question a lot of people may have, and if you're a first-time home buyer, I'm sure you really have this question. What is a renovation loan, a VA renovation loan, Jeff?
That is a freaking great question that we get a lot, but it's awesome. So the VA renovation loan, the one thing I say is it's an awesome loan. It's amazing. It will allow for a lot of different stuff. It'll allow you to take the property that either you own or that you're potentially looking to buy and do upgrades that need to be done. Whether you go into the house and you look around and you say, okay, well, it needs new carpet, it needs new paint, it needs new kitchen, it needs new cabinets, this bathroom needs to be updated. Those are usually a lot of things that will make you turn right around and walk right out the house.
Yeah, it might have a smell.
Yeah, exactly. Some houses, every house has some kind of smell. But
not a good one.
Yeah, not a good one. But what I'm saying is you went to look at that house for a reason. It had the right bathroom count.
Yeah.
It was in the right location, the right school district. Yes. So you're there. Is in the right price range.
It might be near people that you know already.
Yeah, it could be right down the street from family or friends. Probably not family. You know, you try to move away from them a little bit, but it could be really close.
You need a babysitter.
Yeah, well, true. That is very true. But there's a reason you're looking at it. So instead of looking at it through that scope of, oh my gosh, all this stuff is wrong, this is never going to be great, look at it through the scope of, wow, this is some stuff I can really make it.
Renovate it.
I can renovate it, make improvements,
my own,
and increase the value of the property.
Right.
How huge is that? So that would be my answer to a renovation. It's one of the best loans out there to allow you to make a home, whether it's the one you own or the one you're looking to buy, your home.
Now, Jeff, are the eligibility requirements for a VA renovation loan the same as a normal VA loan?
Yes, they are actually, which is really crazy because you wouldn't think they would be. I mean, usually when you think about a renovation, there's more detail, more moving parts, more people involved, so you would automatically assume the qualifications would be more difficult. You know, required of a higher credit score or requirement of a lower debt-to-income ratio, things like that. The VA, again, I know there's a lot of talk about how the VA doesn't do some things right, and we've talked to a lot of veterans about those things, but one thing I think the VA does right and always has is the VA loan. That's one benefit that I just think they've done it right. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some things that I would change in certain situations, but for the renovation, the eligibility requirements.
You know, my experience has been that the VA loan has been the greatest benefit that I've experienced from being in military service. Yeah. Now, I know other benefits like, health benefits and things like that could be more beneficial for others. But for me personally, the VA loan itself has been the biggest benefit I've used from the military service.
Well, and it's because you use your home as a financial tool.
Well,
I mean, like we talk about a lot. And so I do think that VA loan is one of the greatest benefits. And the renovation, to have that ability to do that loan, it's just awesome. Mm-hmm. So, but to contact us, any of our VA specialists here about the VA loan or the VA renovation loan, it's 855-956-4040, or check out our nationalvaloans.com. There's a lot of really good information on the renovation loan there. What other questions we got? Throw them at us.
Okay,
I think we're having a little fun here.
Let's think about it. What can we do with a VA renovation loan? What would be the benefits of doing one? I mean, how would that help me as a first-time home buyer or even a second or third-time home buyer? How would it help me to do a renovation?
Well, let's take a look at it from this angle. So let's look at it from the first-time home buyer or the second or third-time home buyer. The VA renovation loan, number one, it allows you possibly to buy a home at a little bit undervalued.
Because it needs deferred maintenance?
Deferred maintenance. That's a great one right
Dilapidated?
Yeah, spell it. I have trouble. But yeah, deferred maintenance, dilapidated, things that need to be done. So you might be able to come in a little bit under market value. And some cases I've seen it as high as 25 and 30% under market value. A little bit of elbow grease, not from you because the VA renovation, you don't have to do any of the work, but a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, and that place could be perfect. So there's one of the big benefits is you can gain an equity position a little bit quicker in a lot of cases.
I mean, I like the idea that, I bought most of my houses with a spouse, and she was always the one that kind of made sure we bought what she was looking for, if you guys know what I mean. With a renovation loan, what I've found is she's able to pick out the carpet she wants, the flooring she wants, the appliances she wants, the color of the paint, down to everything.
The flowers
she can
out
basically
front.
make that house hers.
Yeah. And you don't have to pay the premium that you would have paid in other cases,
Which is nice.
Yes, it's really nice. So there's the benefit, I think, to the buyer. Now, really good question, and I see a lot of people. What's the benefit to someone that already owns the home? Guys, listen. As in the last 5 years, what have we seen the market do as far as home prices? Go up, right?
Up.
Okay. What have we seen rates do in the last few years?
Up.
Yeah. Wait, I should go like this up on rates. So we've seen those things. So where is your biggest savings? Well, probably staying in the home you're in. But look, whether you've been in it for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, things get outdated.
Yeah.
You get sick of the same surroundings. I know me. I mean, I've driven my car now for 4 years, and I feel like I'm about to drive it off a cliff. And I love it, but it's like, damn, it's the same car for the last 4 years. It happens that way in a house, too.
Yeah.
So, or, how many times... And guys, listen to your wives, but how many times you hear the wife when she's in the kitchen or in the bathroom? Trust me, boys, that means something, okay? I've heard it, and that's when it's time to take advantage. I mean, you're thinking, well, gosh, if I want to do all this, it's going to be $60,000. I don't have $60,000. We got kids we're putting to college. We got groceries we got to pay for in a 25% inflation market that we're already dealing with. Well, this loan will allow for that. It'll allow for
How
that.
much can I borrow on a renovation loan? I mean, on a VA renovation loan?
100%.
100%.
Of the value of your property, of the future value of your property.
Yeah, so basically what Jeff's saying is you can have your property appraised subject to the completion of the improvements that you're going to do and then borrow up to that number.
Exactly. I hope we're putting a little screen here that says all that because he's 100% right.
The magic screen maker.
The magic screen maker. Jason, we're talking to you. So, but that's the beauty of it. It doesn't matter what your house is worth today, as it sits. That doesn't matter. What matters is what it's going to be worth after you've done all the work to it, after you've done the beautification to it, after you've done what needs to be done. That's the part that matters. And if you're living in that home, and you can go up to 100%. You can do this with no money out of pocket. There's no closing costs you have to pay for, especially in a refinance situation. Nothing like that. So it's an awesome loan, and it's really something that more people should take advantage of if they're in that situation, especially our veterans, for sure.
So what kind of different types of renovation loans are there?
Well,
I mean, when you come to the construction aspect of it, how can we renovate?
Well,
I mean, what types of situations can we be in order to use the renovation?
That's a great one. So there are a couple different kinds of renovation loans. The two that we see the most often are the FHA 203K, which you're familiar with, and then also the VA Renovation Loan. Those are the two. Now, they're two distinctly different loan types. So the VA or the FHA 203K, they have two different types within that. One of them's for larger loan amounts. But what it allows for everything. You can do structural. You and I have done
the full K.
The full K, yeah. You and I, they get the full K, the baby K.
The streamlined.
Yeah, streamlined K. We always call it baby K, or whatever. But you and I have done a lot of those 203Ks back in. I mean, we did that one we did up in North Missouri. So the reason the 203K is a little bit different than the VA is they can take, and let's say you take, I'll just give you the example of one we did a couple hours away from Kansas City. They had a house. They found the perfect acreage. It was like 12 acres of land. It was great. The house was really nice that was on there, but it wasn't big enough for their family. So we turned that we went from a 3-bedroom house with a couple bathrooms to a 4-bedroom house they built like a 1,200 square foot master bedroom on top, to just attach that to the house with like an 800 square foot master bath. I mean, and they did it all with the FHA.
So we call that structural.
Structural, exactly. You knew exactly where I was going with this. The FHA loan allows for those structural changes. The VA does not. That is the one thing that the VA loan doesn't do.
That's the full K.
The full K on the 203. But here's the reason. Now, here's the thing. And look, I don't know this 100%. I haven't checked this. I haven't called VA and verified that this is accurate. But I'm pretty certain the reason that the VA doesn't allow for the structural is they want to make sure the veteran can get in the home usually within 60 to 75 days. Mm-hmm. So they want that veteran. They don't want him to be displaced, things like that. One thing that I've learned about the VA loan over my 20 some odd years, and you almost 30 years now, is the VA does actually look out for the borrower. The veteran.
Yeah.
I mean, I really
that's their number one focus.
I know it is, but guys, listen. We all hear BS all the time, and you hear fluff. I mean, you hear it all the time, especially from the government. I mean, my God, we hear it constantly. Well, we're here to take care of you. What's what do they say? What did Reagan say? Anyway, but what I'm saying is usually you just find it. Well, we're here for the customer. Well, they really are on the VA loan. They really do care, and they put those things in place. So. Those are your biggest differences on your renovation loans.
Well, but you can also do energy efficiency improvements too, because a lot of times the appliances or HVAC system may not be as efficient as you need, and you can use that loan to actually improve those items as well.
Heck yeah, you can. And the cool thing about the energy efficient stuff is you don't have to do a renovation loan to do the energy efficient. You can even do energy efficiency stuff while doing a VA IRL, which you guys know, you guys have seen our videos. If you haven't, go check out, we just did a whole video series on VA IRL at youtube.com/National VA Loans. But you can do those energy efficient. In fact, I should have added that to one of those videos because you can do that on that. It's cool, and I will.
That's another idea for a video.
Yeah, I was gonna say we will do a video on that. But the energy efficiency thing is really great because there's tax implications there as well. In most cases, I mean, if you look at when people file taxes, well, did you get new windows, a solar panel, upgraded HVAC, things like that? There's some discounts there that to look into as well.
Yeah, and the other thing that this allows for is accessibility. I mean, you may have a loved one or somebody that resides in the house that suddenly finds themselves wheelchair bound. Well, you may need to have a different kind of ramp set up in the porch area or something like that for accessibility, and this loan allows for that as well.
Yeah, which is again they're looking out for the veteran.
Yeah,
and I love that.
Some veterans may have been wounded in combat. They need the accessibility as well. So.
Absolutely, and this loan will qualify for that all day long. So all day long.
So Jeff, I guess I'd like to figure out what steps do we have to go to actually qualify to do a VA renovation loan.
Well, the best thing to do, obviously, is number one. This loan requires questions.
Yeah.
It does, because I know I'm curious about it, especially if I had never done it. So the first thing I do is call one of our VA specialists. Mm-hmm. Of course, Josh and I are always available at 855-956-4040. But we have a couple guys that we know this program inside and out. But we have a couple guys that not only know the program, hell, they could write the dang thing and probably run it. So we defer when it comes to doing those loans. I love to have these guys involved with these because we want it to go smooth for you.
We have a department.
Yeah, yes, exactly. And we don't call it the reno department or the construction department, it's the pit bull department because by golly, you better be a pit bull if you're going to work in there because these loans take somebody that's going to have your back basically and follow up with contractors and get all the information and push because that's what it requires on these loans.
Well, the qualifications are the same as a regular VA loan, but obviously there is property qualifications that go along with this. And those are specific to each property, and you'll have to call and we'll have to look at it and find out exactly what the situation is with your property to go through that.
For sure, and every property is different, every loan is different, whether it's a purchase or a refi. The most important part is you want people that are in your corner that know and have experience doing this. I can't imagine me personally, I couldn't imagine a guy that if he's doing his first loan or even his 10th loan, I can't imagine him doing my loan on a regular loan. But for that guy to be trying to do my VA renovation or a guy that's never done a VA renovation, you don't. You don't go to the knee doctor because you got heart problems, folks.
Let professional people do professional
exactly.
work.
And if you heard anything throughout this video, listen to that because it will save you a world of heartache and a world of time because there's a lot of companies out there, and we're not naming names, but there are a lot of companies out there that like to say, yeah, sure, we do VA renovation, and they pull it in, and guess what they want to do? You don't need renovation. What you need
Yeah.
to do is find a house that's already built because they don't do the
Or
renovation.
they want to learn on you.
Yeah, and I don't know which one's worse because to me, it's both a big negative. So, again, let professional people do professional work. Give us a call, 855-956-4040. And especially when it comes to renovation, guys, it's important to have someone that knows what they're doing. I think we have covered everything. Or
We got close.
I mean,
obviously you can't cover everything.
No, we'd love to go through the documents with you, but really that's where our guys come in and us and to go through the documents to kind of help. I hate that term, hold your hand, but the fact of the matter is in a loan like this, please God hold my hand because
Let's
I
call us. Let's start the conversation. Let's
see
get
what we can
things
do.
moving for you. It's a great loan. It's a great access tool, and it's 100%.
Yeah, and I think about the renovation on a refinance so much right now, especially because people do not want to move. I mean, they want to move for a different surrounding, but they don't want to move because of the cost or because of the rates. Or, it's one thing to have a rate high and cost low, but when they're both up there, it kind of stings a little bit. So this is where that loan can really go to your benefit. You might put $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 into your home to beautify it, and then you come around to sell it in a couple of years. You see, and you're going to see what that value does for you. So, well, guys, if you have any other questions about the VA renovation or VA loans in general, give us a call at 855-956-4040. Check us out online at nationalvaloans.com. Or if you're like us and you just like to get things done and get it done right and get it done right now, check out www.nationalapplynow.com. Fill out your secure mortgage application on the Stride Home app, and we will make sure that one of our VA specialists gives you a call and goes through all the information with you to get you pre-qualified immediately. Other than that, folks, if you want to stay current with all the up-to-date content on VA loans, check us out at youtube.com/National VA Loans. I'm sure there's stuff buzzing around our faces right now.
Click like, subscribe,
all that kind of fun stuff, Yeah, we know it's all around us, but yeah, exactly. Brush it away. Guys, again, it's 855-956-4040. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us, for our country. Thank you for your service. Josh, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
And thank you for being shorter than me. Guys, until next time, take care. Peace out.